From Boise State Public Radio, this is the Connector Idaho Daily News. Good morning, I'm Lauren Patterson. It's Monday, August 17th. Today we have news on firefighting aircraft coming in from Canada to help fight fires in the U.S., Australian and New Zealand firefighters also coming out west to help, and the NPR Senior Podcast Competition has begun. Since 2022, Idaho has banned doctors from providing almost all abortions unless the pregnancy is the result of rape, incest, or threatens the life of the mother. On Thursday, a federal judge narrowly expanded access to abortion care by ruling a woman can get an abortion if her health is in danger or if she is at risk of suicide. Julie Luqueta has more.
In his decision, U.S. District Court of Idaho Judge B. Lynn Windmill said the ban contradicted the long-standing right to defend oneself from harm, writing, quote, "It is an affront to human dignity to bar pregnant women from receiving life-saving care on the basis that the threat comes from a mental health condition rather than a physical health condition." Tanya Pellegrini is from the Lawyering Project, which represents plaintiff Dr. Stacy Seib, a maternal fetal medicine physician specializing in complicated pregnancies.
This case was about him being able to offer abortions to his patients when there's a medical indication to do so.
Mental health conditions were the leading cause of pregnancy-related deaths in the state from 2020 to 2024, according to the Idaho Maternal Mortality Review Committee. Pellegrini says this latest ruling will keep pregnant patients safe from death or preventable illnesses.
It shows that mental health is not different than physical health and shouldn't be treated differently under the law or under the Constitution.
In an email, the Office of Idaho Attorney General Raul Labrador said they would appeal the decision immediately, saying, quote, "Abortion policy belongs to the people and their elected representatives, not a single federal judge." Julie Luqueta, Boise State Public Radio News.
The National Interagency Fire Center in Boise has mobilized 2 Canadian wildland firefighting aircraft from British Columbia to help fight fire across the U.S. The National Multi-Agency Coordinating Group sent a press release detailing the efforts over the weekend. The NMAC includes fire managers from the U.S. Wildland Fire Service, the U.S. Forest Service, and other fire agencies. The group requested the Canadian aircraft after determining that the U.S. is in need of more wildfire support as multiple huge fires burn across the West. The aircraft will be providing help to several western states while based in Boise, according to the announcement. The arrival of these aircraft comes as the national wildfire preparedness level remains at 5, the highest level where it has been since July 18th. Currently, 88 uncontained large wildfires are burning across the western United States, and more than 7.2 million acres have burned so far this year, according to the press release. Hundreds of Australian and New Zealander firefighters are now helping a stretched U.S. fire force with what has been a devastating season, especially in the Northwest. The Mountain West News Bureau's Murphy Woodhouse has more.
Early this month, more than 70 Aussie and Kiwi firefighters arrived at Boise's National Interagency Fire Center for training and orientation. Another 240 or so recently followed.
Pull that in.
They got 2 days of training, including how to use potentially life-saving fire shelters, which aren't typically used on their fires back home.
It is absolutely the largest contingent Australia and New Zealand have provided to the US at any one time.
Sam Quigley is the International Liaison Officer for the deployment.
We were very aware that you were into seasonally high fire danger conditions.
But friends support friends in times of need, he says. Through August 14th, more than 6.5 million acres had burned nationwide, the highest figure for that same period in at least a decade. I'm Murphy Woodhouse, Mountain West News Bureau reporter at Boise State Public Radio.
If you're a senior, someone who is 65 and older, and you've always dreamed of doing a podcast on NPR, now might be your chance. NPR's Senior Podcast Competition has started. Seniors can submit an audio file they have created for the opportunity to have the winning podcast discussed in a news segment on an episode of NPR's Morning Edition or All Things Considered. Up to 8 finalists will be chosen, of whom 7 will be awarded a trophy and NPR-branded merchandise, and 1 grand prize winner will win a trip to NPR headquarters in Washington, D.C., and will have their winning submission featured across multiple NPR platforms. The contest opened last night at midnight, and submissions will be taken until November 30th. For official rules and guidelines, visit npr.org. And that's today's episode of The Connector. I'm Lauren Patterson. Listen to The Connector anytime at BoiseStatePublicRadio.org or in the Boise State Public Radio app.
The fatal shooting of a teenager at a protest in Seattle has gone unsolved for 6 years.
This is open in your face. How are there no answers?
Our investigation has uncovered new evidence and witnesses who say they've never talked to police.
Did police ever call you?
Not once.
Listen to We Keep Us Safe, a new true crime series on the Embedded podcast from NPR.